Hello everyone, welcome back to the show. We're here at the Kosher Food and Wine Experience in New York City. Check out the best kosher restaurants and wines on the market today. Let's take a closer look. This is really a fantastic event. You have so many different wines and caterers and restaurants. How do you put it all together?
Well, this is our second year in Chelsea Piers, and our second year of doing it, a collaboration with all the restaurants serving the food and all these wonderful wineries serving the wine. We're getting better at it. The problem is we're selling out. We sold out of this event last week, Tuesday. The amount of calls, begging and pleading, can I get in? It's unbelievable. So that's become our problem. Our success has become so overwhelming on this event that it's quite honestly, it's turned into a problem. It's unbelievable.
And so, Pesach is coming up. What's some of your favorite wines and what do you recommend?
That's always a tough question because favorite is really depending on the day. I just had a wine called Flor de Flor from Capsanes. Capsanes is a wonderful producer from Spain. They started out as a kosher winery, then they went non-kosher, but they still make a certain part of their wines into kosher. Their Paraj Habib, which is about a $60 wine, rave reviews, 90+ ratings, consistently with Robert Parker. They just topped that. So on top of their Paraj Habib, they came out with a Flor de Flor, which is going to be about $80. I just had it. It's magnificent. Actually, there's still some left in my glass. Espresso, mint leaf, so deep, so rich. The wine will age for 10 years at least. Herzog is releasing tonight. Tonight is the debut of the single vineyard Oak Knoll. Every year we introduce a new single vineyard. Now people say single vineyard, I didn't hear that. The reason is we produce a very limited amount. 250 cases. We introduce it tonight. It's sold out tomorrow night. Wow. Done. And
there's a right way and a wrong way to drink and smell and really experience the wine.
Well, because of the fact that about 70% of your ability to taste flavor, not taste, but flavor, comes from your sense of smell. You want to first take the glass, and if you take the glass and put it on your hand, like this if you don't have a table, and this is about the right amount, you're going to swirl it, and what you're actually doing is you're actually going ahead and you're going to volatilize, you're going to bring up those aromas into your nose, and then you're going to take a sip, and then you're going to breathe through it, and that's going to bring even more of those flavors. That's called retronasal breathing. I mean, that is the term. So you're going to see the oak, you're going to see the fruit component. By doing that, that gives you the experience of the wine. And then, the other thing is you're going to look at the color. Is it the right color for the year of the wine? Is it cloudy as it isn't cloudy? That's about it for that.
And what are some wines that you're recommending for like Passover?
Oh, for Passover, there's quite a bit of a range. If you want to serve something for someone who may only want to drink something that's slightly sweet, you may do something with the Jeunesse. We have a Jeunesse. We have a young Cabernet Sauvignon that spends all of its time in stainless steel, has about 4% residual sugar, works out really well with a number of different things that you might eat during Passover. Also, it's a nice wine for someone who doesn't want to drink something totally dry. If you want something dry, the 2008 Alexander Valley Cabernet Sauvignon from Herzog, great value, nice price point. It's a reserve, but it's still about $35 in California. New York, I'm not positive. That's about 40% brand new oak, some of it American, some of it French. That'll change the flavor profile. And there's many others. This entire table here, there's about 50 different wines that the Herzog family produces in California that we send out. So there's a price point for everyone, a lot of things for Passover. Everything we make, kosher for Passover.
Great, well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
I come to the wine tasting every year looking for fine wines and scotches, because our Kiddush Club up in Rockland County, during a Haftorah, forget about it. This is my mission, to find the best in the East. And every year I come back. This is my fourth year, and I bring people with me, and I see more and more people that I know here, and have a wonderful experience.
Featuring the scotches from the Isle of Arran, Arran is a small island off the southwest coast of Scotland, and it's famous because it has an unusual microclimate. The air of the Gulf Stream waters comes right through the island, makes it abnormally warm, and these whiskeys are very mild. They're not peated. So we have a 10-year-old, a 14-year-old, and then we have a series of special bottlings that are in special barrels. Like this one here is aged 10 years in a bourbon cask. And the barrels come from Kentucky.
Wow. And what's the price range on these bottles?
Well, roughly speaking, this is about $40 a bottle for the 10 years old. The 14 is about $50. And the special cask offering is about $60 or $70, depending on where you shop.
Great. And one of the great things about these is there's a smoothness that goes down, and it's really important for people who love to drink. Smooth is very important.
Another thing that I learned when I was in Scotland is, in Scotland they have a custom of adding just a little, half a capful of spring water to the whiskey, not just to dilute it for the alcohol's sake, but also to bring out the beautiful fragrance from the whiskey. Because imagine, this has been cooped up in a barrel for 14 years. You want it to open up a little bit. So once you let that open up, you have these fantastic fragrances coming out and the flavors. So that's a good thing to remember.
Great. Well, thank you so much. Walk us through what we have here.
So here again, we've got the vegetable pakors. We have different ones: potato, we have spinach, eggplant, and cauliflower. And they get our samosas, the vegetarian samosas, inside with different vegetables, peas, potatoes, other minced items. Here we have chicken tikka masala, which is a staple in the Indian cuisine, and our chicken biryani. Rice mixed with chicken and various vegetables, served at a medium to mild spice. You can find anything you want at Shalom Bay. You can find mild dishes, you can find medium to spicy dishes, and those who dare super spicy even. We'll make it happen.
And it's so important because a lot of times when you go out, you have people that are vegetarian, meat lovers, spicy, not spicy. So
some people get timid and say, I don't want anything so spicy, but we'll make anything you like mild and to perfection.
Great, thanks. Mexican kosher food is sometimes hard to get the right taste. Tell us what you have here.
All right, so over here we got assortment of Southwest egg rolls. You got chicken, pastrami, steak, hot dogs. Over here you have mini brisket sandwiches. It's good, and then it has some Carlos and Gabby special Cajun slaw. Over here we have our homemade nachos with salsa. Over there you have mini burritos with chicken and ground beef. Then we have our new item actually is chili wontons with a little bit of sweet chili sauce. It is a little bit spicy. And then on the end, we have the zinger wings, which are very good.
Okay, so it's 12 spice rub, and then we smoke the brisket for 12 to about 16 hours. Very slow, low, mainly fruitwood smoke. And then after it comes out of the smoker, we smother it with barbecue sauce and continue in the oven for another 4 to 6 hours, just till it completely breaks down and melts.
And when you take that first bite, it has that seasoning just pops.
Right. That's the 12 spice rub, and that's what really gives it the character. But you know, the smoke and the low and slow puts it where it needs to be.
Great. And what are some other stuff you have here?
Okay, so we have seared tuna. The seared tuna is with a smoked garlic and cilantro aioli. Again, when we're smoking the briskets, we'll put some garlic in the smoker. And then when that comes out, we simmer it very, very gently in some extra virgin olive oil. And then fresh cilantro goes into the aioli there, make a little mayonnaise mix. And we serve that over jicama and mango. And a little cilantro microgreens on there. And that's all it needs.
And to clean your palate, you have some fruit here.
Right. We've got melon balls here. We've got honeydew and cantaloupe, and we macerate those in a ginger and lemongrass syrup. So this time of year, we let them sit for about 5 days. So the flavor completely penetrates in and tenderizes them.
So for each day, the flavor just what's the process?
Oh, it grows. I mean, we start with a simple syrup with the lemongrass and the ginger, so that's really, really intense, really flavorful. The melons go in, and it takes a few days. In the summertime, they only need to really macerate in there for about 3 days, because the melons are very sweet and they're very, they're almost more porous. They're softer, so the flavors can transfer in.
And you have cholent here also.
Oh yeah, we've got Texas cholent, which utilizes again the smoked brisket. It's got veal ribs, marrow bones. We also put a little pastrami in there. and do that Texas style with a little bit of barbecue sauce also. So that's it's really unique, you know, especially with the smoked brisket. You know, it gives it a flavor I don't think you really catch anywhere else.
Great, thanks so much.
All right, thank you.
As you can see, the Kosher Food and Wine Experience was an amazing event with some great food, it's great wine. This is Aaron Herman, and thank you for watching.